Okay, 𝐂𝐿 here's your custom video tab request for Ratt, Wanted Man, guitar solo. Woo! Warren DeMartini, let me tell you. So we have Warren on the first solo, and Robin Crosby on the second solo. It's actually kind of a shred solo for Robin, man. I've got it all subgrouped. It's I think 5 pages, and it has 23 subgroups. So let's jump in, man. You want to tune flat, so it's a half step down. There's a lot of whammy going on. Real happy I'm able to use the Ibanez here, man. We need it. And I had it tuned flat, so let's break these parts down for you. It's so the solo comes in at 2 minutes 50 seconds into the song, and subgroup little riff here number 1 is the 11th fret on the G, pinch harmonic, bend, release, or actually here. Ooh, we need more volume though. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so yeah, the first one you're doing the 11th fret on the G, bend, release, use your 3rd finger, put these 2 behind it. And then you'll have a 9G. You're gonna pick that. Have the whammy. I don't even know if you got a whammy bar, Mike. If not, you can vibrato these things, you know, by hand too. But you're gonna go 9, 11, 9, pick, hammer, pull. So that's, and then 12B. This is where Warren brings in the whammy bar for the vibrato. So you have, and there's short swoops, man. You just, you know, about like that on the whammy bar. And then 10, 9, pull off on the B. And then go to 11G and do another whammy bar vibrato. That's the first subgroup. And then subgroup 2. At 2:54 into the song. And that's another thing, Mike, I didn't tell you, since we're not doing the real-time thing, I time-stamped every subgrouped riff. So you'll know right where it's at when I send the tabs over. Each one of them is listed. And it's funny because a couple of them are the real fast Warren DeMartini riffs, and they may only be a second or 2 long, but it's a bunch of notes. It's kind of funny, I noticed. So the subgroup 2 at 2:54 is 11. And you're going to want your 3rd finger for that. You'll see why. Then go 9, 11, 9, pick, hammer, pull. This is all on the G. And then WS is a whammy swoop. So he's going. So if you're not really familiar with whammy, there might be some tricky parts in there. So pick the 9. I'm holding the whammy here with these fingers so it's ready to go because you need to be able to use it quick. Go. As you slide to 8. So it's slide it over and swoop the whammy bar. That's the concept. The next part is 8, 9, 8. Slide to 6 with the whammy swoop. So, oops. Okay, the next one is 6, 8, 6. Slide to 4. Whammy swoop. So every time you go to slide, you're gonna, you know, hit that whammy once and bring it back up. And then he picks the 4 and whammies that. So it'll be, oops. Riff 3 at 2:58, whammy swoop, 6G, pull off to 4, and then pick 6G and do a vibrato with your hand. So it'll go like this. It'll be, actually no, don't whammy that at the end. Alright, I did the whole part there, but oh, that's it for 3. Okay, so it's subgroup 4 at 3 minutes goes 4, 6, 4, pick, hammer, pull, and then 5B whammy. So it's, and he's doing them fast. Then 4B, 6 pull off to 4 on the G, 5B whammy. So it's from the one before it, it's, and then 4B, 6G, pull off to 4, and then pick the 4G, whammy. Alright, so we have and then this real fast one, man, and this is broken into subgroups. This is it. This is riff 5, 303 into the song, and you're going to go 9, 11, 13 on the D and G double hammer. So it's, that in itself is a good subgroup to practice, because you can, you know. So, but anyways, and then 11, 12, 14 on the B and the high E. And then 11, 12, 14 back on the B. So that part's... Okay, I gotta turn the page here though. And this one, so we're just gonna have to set this down. Actually, the next subgroup 6 is the 11, 12, 14 that we just finished up on. Let's get this over here. So you would have, for the first little subgroup, it's... Okay, then subgroup 6 at 304 goes 11, 12, 14, pick, hammer, hammer. So that's the part that I did a second ago. And then you move up to, I probably should have included that in that group, but then you're going to go 12, 14, 16 on the B and the E. You're double hammering, so you're going to go another subgroup. Rest your palm on these upper strings, like as if you were palm muting. That'll help keep some notes clean. But when you hit the high E, you're going to hammer to the 16 or 14 and the 16, and then pull off back to 14, 12. And then 16B, pull off to 14 and 12. So that would be this. Alright, and then, let's see, the next one is time stamped at 305, and it's riff 7. 14E, pull off to 12. Pick 16B. Pick 12, 14 on the E. So it's... And then you'll hit 16E, pull off to 14 and 12, and then 16B to 12E. So that one would go. Alright, and then riff 8 at 306, and that was only a second riff there, is 11, 12. You got to kind of shift your hand over, but it's going to be 11, high E, hammer 12, pull 11, pull 9, hammer 11, pull 9. And that'll sound like this. Yeah. And then 12B. So, and then 9E. And if you want to use different fingers. There's more to this one. 12 on the B, pulling off to 9. Or no, pulling off to 10, 9, 10, 9. So you go. Yeah. Different fingers if you want. Alright, so from here we have. Then go 11G, 9B. So let's do that again. And then 11, pull to 9G. 11G. 11D, 9G. And then 11A, slide to 9, pick 7. And as Warren hits that 7, that actually rings out in the studio. And Robin's part comes in. So on Robin's part, that is subgroup 9. from 3 minutes 9 seconds in, and you're going to go 15B, bend, release, pull off to 12. 15B twice, bend the second one, and vibrato it. So you have page 3, riff 10, 309 into the song. This is the, oh, actually the other one must have been 308. And then he does this one here. It's I wrote the picking because you actually want to start with an upstroke, and then down, pull, and then down on 14G. So, yeah. It's 6 times, so, and just repeat that. Then 15 high E, bend, release, and then pick, vibrato. Subgroup 11, 314 into the song is this. This is kind of a longer subgroup, Mike. I hope you don't mind, but you can shorten it into 5 notes or 6 if you want, but it's, oops. That's all of that one. So, like, you could take that top line and make that a subgroup. Okay, then you go 15, 14, 12, double pull off G, 14, 12, D and G, 14 pull to 12 D, 14A, 12A, 14A pull to 12. So that ending part would be, I mean, that could be a subgroup, that whole line there. And then subgroup 12 is at 316, and that's 10A, 12A, 12A, whole step bend. And then 10A, 12E. So you have, and then we have subgroup 13 at 320 goes 15E, 17E, 17E, whole step bend, but it's like a slow, exaggerated one. And then you'll hear an open E. I swear to God it's in there. It was, I'm sure, accidental, but it's there. Then he goes. Which is, that starts at 321, that's riff 14, 23rd fret, hopefully you got that many frets, and he's bending it a half step, and then hits it without bending, and repeats that. So you'll see that on page 4, it's continued. And vibratos it. Okay, riff 15 is at 329 in the song, and this is some of the little fillers that Warren's doing at the end. You're going to need the whammy for this. And he goes, the one is 7, 5 on the high E, pull off. And then you'll hit 5 on the G string with a natural harmonic, and then half step whammy bar down. It's, it'll be... Okay, and then, oh wait, there's more to that. Hold on. And then he, Warren and George Lynch had this crazy cool, like, vibrato, and it was a real wide set one. It's really hard to emulate too, but I was able to hear the notes that he's doing that on. It's 9G, slide to 14, slide back to 9, slide to 12, slide to 9, slide to 12, slide to 9, slide to 11, slide to 8. So you'll see how that works. Slow, because Warren had, it was like a, he did those, man. He was very good at it. 𝐂𝐿 does them too. So, but I'll play it slow for you. You got, where did we start this? 9, 14. It's crazy as it seems, where a lot of people would maybe just go. He I can't do it like Warren, but nobody can. Riff 16 338. This is another natural harmonic, 5B, half step. And he brings it back to pitch. And riff 17 at 346. These are all natural harmonics. And you'll go, it'll be, actually whammies down on that. Okay, riff 18 at 354. This is the very end. This one was one of the harder ones. 15 hammer 19B, 15 high E, hammer 19, pull 15, hammer 19, pull 15. So it's, yeah, 19B, 15E, down up. So page 5, riff 19. The continuation, I didn't timestamp it because it's all one thing here. And that's going to be 19B, pull off to 15, 19B, pull off to 15. So it's 18G. That's all it is for riff 19. Yeah. Oops. And then riff 20, 15 hammer to 19 on the B. High E, 15 hammer 19, pull to 15. Slide to 14, so yeah. And then hammer 15, pull 14, slide 12. So riff 21 is 15B, 12E, 15 pull to 12 on the B, and then 14 pull to 12B. So that's riff 21. Oops. And riff 22, 15 pull 12, 14 pull 12 on the G. And you can mess with the fingering if you want to, or, you know. 14-12 alternate pick on the D, I think. Yeah. That would be that one. And then 12, this is the last part, 12G, slide to 14, slide back to 12. And I put double dots, that just repeats a bunch of times. It's one of those wide, like, slide vibratos. Like that. And that's it, man. Everything's notated, Mike, as far as if there's any new things. Like, I don't know if I had showed you the notations for natural harmonics. I think this is the first one where we're using the whammy bar. Great solo, man. I had a good time doing this. And hopefully the timestamps that I did for you will help you without having to do the real time. Because it's hard, man. I mean, I got to give it up Warren, his consistency and his riffs and how fast and articulate. He's amazing. But if you have questions, I'm here for you, man. Appreciate it. I know you got another custom video request coming, and yeah, I'll talk to you.